Helping Hands International. H2I touching lives. H2I empowering people. Hello, my friends, my fellow partners. My name is Chukwuka Bilago, and I'm here to take you on a topic follow up. Now, for the past couple of weeks, I've been giving out training content on how to build your helping hands business by understanding the skills and the inner game you have to play when it comes to um, building your business. And most of us have always dropped comment, asked me questions on how to follow up. Okay, I know I've given some of you guys a shorter response. Okay, because I wanted to leverage the training to be able to explain it to you and give you the how to's, okay, and the tools to use, and when to actually follow up on someone and what to use, okay, and that is more important than me responding via text because I want you to actually hear me say these things, okay, so you can hear my tone, you can hear the excitement in my tone, in my voice, you can hear the passion. Okay, so let me go straight to what follow up is. Now I don't have my normal slides with me for this presentation because I had an emergency with my daughter, so I'm going to just go straight, and I urge you guys to listen attentively because there are loads to share with you guys. Okay, so listen attentively and take down notes. Okay, all right. Thank you for understanding. So let me dive straight into it. Okay. So follow up. What is follow up? Follow up is simply doing what you're going to do. Okay. So follow up is simply saying, okay, I'm going to call you by 4 p.m. and you call by 4 p.m. I'm going to call you on Tuesday and you're calling that same Tuesday. Okay. And follow up also has to deal with being proactive. That means you call the person, tell the person, okay, I have an appointment, I'll call you by Wednesday, and you put up a call, or we'll meet on Wednesday, and you put up a call on Tuesday to make sure that you guys, the appointment is still secured. Okay? Now, there's a lot of things to do, a lot of emotional intelligence to play in follow up. Amongst all the skills to be learned, this has a lot to do with with emotional intelligence, your emotion, and most importantly, it also has to do with your focus. Why? Because there are two things I found out about our business and about life in general is that we have what we'll call um, one of my friends used to say circle of influence. So I just say using my way. I'll say it in my own words. I'll say focusing on what you can control, okay, and not on what you can't control. Okay, in life, everything that happens to you fall into two categories: what you can control and what you don't have total control over. And in our business, what we have control is not over the prospect. Okay, we don't have control over the prospect, we don't have control over our team members. What we have control is what we do as individuals, as ourselves. Because a prospect might say, okay, I'll pay in on Monday, and on Sunday evening or Sunday midnight the other winds up in the hospital just like mine did. Nobody plans for these things, and it happened. And the money he was looking forward to use to sign up, he now used it to save the life of his or her daughter. And because most of us are amateurs in what you're doing, it's okay for you to be an amateur because you move from stage to stage, okay? We've all been through that stage. We will now call the prospect. I've made this mistake a couple of times. I will now call the prospect and start badging the prospect for telling you will sign up on Tuesday or Monday. Meanwhile, they didn't sign up. And most of them, because of the way they told you, and because they don't want to hurt you, okay, which is a wrong mistake on their own side, they will not inform you of the challenge they have, and maybe because of their ego, Okay, they don't want to make it seem that they can't afford 6,600. Okay, so we have to play a lot of emotional intelligence, and we have to employ empathy, we have to employ patience, we have to employ um, you know, our being in control of our emotion. We also have to be urgent, but at the same time we have to be, conscious of the fact that, hey, a lot can be going on in this guy's life, and my opportunity might be right for the person, but the timing might not be right for him or her. Okay, so it's better you play with this mindset so that it helps you build a good relationship with them. Because one of the best prospects I've signed up, okay, were the ones I've built relationship with them. Even some of the people I'm still following up on now, and we are like, friends now. We know a little bit of each other, and it's building more rapport. Now, even when they sign up, okay, they're likely to do well in the business because they trust you, they believe in you, they know you're going to stick around there for them, okay, and and they know that with your guidance and your loving care and attention, they are going to succeed. Okay, so when it comes to follow up, okay, outside the emotion aspect of it, it's also common sense for us to understand this. Some are going to sign up immediately. Some prospects are going to sign up 3 days or within the week they see the opportunity. Okay, some are going to sign up next week. Some are going to sign up next month. Some are going to sign up next year, the next 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years. There's going to be a lot of prospects that you have right now in 2016 who are going to sign up at a later time. Where we make the mistake is that we burn the bridge, we burn the relationship. Okay, we bought the relationship that we can't even go back to them to get to look at the opportunity again and maybe make up their mind. Okay, and most of the time is because we don't have enough prospects who have looked at the opportunity for you to now have a filled up calendar or a filled up diary that you have prospects, tons of prospects, tons of people to follow up on so that they can join. Because when you have a very long list, okay, a very long list of people to follow up on, when somebody tells you, okay, it won't be this time, maybe next month, maybe next week, okay, or maybe they change your mind along the way, you don't fret, you don't get scared. Why? Because you have other people that are going to join. It's simply a numbers game. Same thing as prospecting. The only thing is that it involves a lot of being a professional and being in charge of your emotion for you to pull follow up off. So, what tools do I recommend for you to um, use for follow up? Now, here's what I've done, okay, on myself because I will recommend based on what I've done. I have a diary, okay, 2016 diary. I have a jotter and I have a pencil and a pen. Okay, why am I using a pencil? I'm using pencil because I do a lot of writing and cancellation, and because you need to have a remark session against every prospect so that you'll be able to write down, okay, at what stage are you with the person in terms of the follow-up, okay, and what happened in the last discussion you had with the person. So I had to do a lot of cancellation. So that's why I'm using a pencil so that I can easily erase and update information. So with these tools, here's how I will go about following up. When I've shown you the opportunity, okay, what I do is I call you back within 24 hours because I leverage what I leverage is I leverage WhatsApp as my presentation tool. So that way I share information with them and I call on them till they have gone through the opportunity. I don't just send information to them and then go to bed. No, I call them within 24 hours, and most time within that 24 hours, some of them that have reading habits issue may not have gone through the information. Some may not have enough MB to watch the video. So that's part of the follow-up till they watch it. And a reporter used to say something. Say follow-up is simply exposing the prospect to the opportunity. Every follow-up that is leading to a sign-up has to be exposure upon exposure. It's either you expose the opportunity. When your first exposure is when you prospected the person. Second exposure is when you done the presentation. Third exposure is going to be either through testimonies or through content that produced from Helping Hands International, or maybe leveraging groups whereby you share information with them till they sign up. Okay, so how do I go about? So when they've seen the opportunity, releasing the opportunity, and I call them back within 24 hours. Okay, first thing I ask them is the closing question. Okay, do you have any question? Now that you've seen the opportunity, do you have any question? Are you ready to get started? Now, normally some will come up with more questions. Some will tell you they don't understand it. Okay, you ask them questions rather than responding immediately and starting the presentation all over again. Get them to ask you questions so that you'll be able to respond. Now, when they're done with that, two things are likely to happen. Is that they're not interested. Okay, three things are likely to happen. Is that they're not interested, or they're interested but have an excuse, or they're interested and ready to sign up. Now, very few percentage of persons will sign up immediately. That means they're interested. Okay, they're interested, but don't have little excuse. They took their time to go through the write-up, through the videos, for them to be able to pull off, for them to now be able to tell you, okay, I'm interested, I love the vision of the organization, and I see how we can help people in my life. Now, the second category of people are the people who are interested but have excuses. Now, excuse could be they don't have money at that time. Now, that's why when you're prospecting, it's very key for you to do it the right way so that you'll be able to gather information about your prospect. By the time you get to the point of following up on the prospect, you should be able to tell what your prospect does, how is his cash flow as a person, where he stays. Okay? At least these three things: his cash flow, what he does as a living, and where they stay. Very important. Why? Because the cash flow enables you to know, okay, is this a monthly salary person or a business person that has cash flow on a daily basis? Two, what kind of business? Because what do they do? Sorry, what do they do? Because what do they do determines if they're a banker, which means they probably may not have time, okay, or enough time, or maybe they are teachers, good for our business, but you still need to educate them because teachers are very good to our business, but you still need them to educate you. Still need to educate them, sorry. Still need to educate them and make them understand how our business goes so that they can integrate it with their own time and leverage their skills as teachers. Also, it also gives you a picture of what their take home really is, because a banker's take home and a teacher's take home are not the same. Okay, a banker's take home and a teacher's take home are not the same. So it's very important, very, very important you understand this, because it will help you and save you a lot of energy when it comes to follow up. Okay, now there's going to be the last category of people, which is the people who are not interested, either because they didn't buy into the vision of the organization or they have reservations about Helping Hands International. Now these people are also a few. Okay, a very few percentage. I've met at least, I can count the number of people I've met who are totally not interested, either because they have a team for network marketing or they're very obnoxious about the opportunity, looking at the opportunity and saying, okay, this will work or this won't work. They always have, pessimist type, always negative, always suffering from analysis paralysis. Okay, so with the person who is interested, all you have to do is make sure that you contact them. For the person who is interested, okay, with little excuses, all you have to do is follow up to them normally. So this is what I do. When somebody is interested and asks me, okay, and they tell me, okay, I'm going to sign up this week, latest by Friday. What I do to qualify what they say to me is that I ask them to forward me their basic information. Now, since I do my business basically on WhatsApp, what I do is I forward information to them needed for the sign up on WhatsApp. I tell them, give me this information today. Some might respond with that same day, some might respond the next day. But them responding to you with those information shows you their level of interest. Okay, so this is, I use that as a way of qualifying the person's interest level. Now, when the person now tells me, okay, I'll by Friday, okay, I'll be like, okay, if I don't hear from you by Thursday, will it be okay if I call you on Friday? Okay, so on Friday, make sure you call them. If possible, call them on Thursday to confirm what happened, why they didn't make the payment they promised to make. Is there any challenge? Do you have any further question? But before diving into asking them that, just call them on Thursday and say, hey, the last time, exchange pleasantries and go straight to the point. The last time we spoke, you promised to do so and so, sign up on so and so, but I haven't really heard from you. I just wanted to know, do you have any challenge as to why you haven't been able to fulfill your own part of the agreement? Okay, so they'll either give you an answer, and monthly will be like, okay, um, there is a challenge as to why I didn't meet up. Maybe something happened. Can you give me next week? Okay, I'll do it later, so and so. Okay, so and so time, maybe on Tuesday or Wednesday. You go to your diary, write on Monday, because weekend, a lot of things can happen over the weekend to change the person's mind, distract the person. Life does happen. So what you do is on Monday, call the person to remind the person about your commitment, his or her commitment to making payment um, that week. Okay, so that's how you follow up for somebody who is interested but don't have a lot of excuse. Now, there are some people who are interested but have excuses. They either talk about time, or they talk about money as an excuse, or they say I can't do this, or they say I don't know how to do this. At least basic objections I've received so far is time issue, money issue, and maybe they say I can't do it. I don't know how to do marketing. I don't know how to market and convince people, stuff like that. So what do I do when these people give me these excuses despite being interested? So what I do is this: I'll tell them, okay, great. Yeah, at least I'm happy that you are interested, because my own interest, where I'm having interest in you, is whether you are really really interested in this. Now, if you're really really interested in this and you're willing to take advantage of this to earn the bonuses and the incentives you've seen so far, will it be okay if I teach you how you can do this with social media, same time you spend on social media, or whatever strategy you use that works for you, that doesn't take up your time? Would it be okay if I teach you how you can do your business without taking up much of your time? Okay, that is I use this line for people who tell me, okay, my excuse is I don't have time. Okay, now when someone tells you, okay, I don't have the money now, next thing what I do is I ask you, okay, great, no problem, but at least you're interested, right? They say yes. Okay, when do you think you have the money? You know your cash flow, so when will you likely have the money? Some of them will be like, okay, call me by end of the month. I go to my diary and I write end of the month. If possible, I don't go for the end button. I don't go for 30th or 31st. I go for 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay. I know some people, if bankers are get paid along this period, some people get paid around 27, 28, 30. But the most important thing is calling them on time so that they will be aware will be reminded, because a lot of things can happen in life that can distract your prospect from them taking action. Okay, some will say I can't do it. What I simply tell people that tell me I can't do it is that I tell them, okay, if you're teachable and coachable, I can teach you what I do to generate people easily, generate prospect easily from just using Facebook, and guiding them on how to go about it, giving them daily, day-to-day instruction on what to do. Okay, even giving them sample words or concepts to use in terms of words to say. Okay, so now we've settled about some of these excuses. Okay, but what you do in essence is this: if you provide them value in terms of teaching them how they can, first of all, evaluating their interest level and getting them to offer you time, getting them to, okay, getting them to, like, see value in how you can help them, for those who have time issue and those who say they can't do it. Okay, and also the money aspect. What I do for people who say they don't have money is I ask them, like I told you, when they have the money. So when it comes to this, I make very use of my diary so that I can follow up on them. So that when I tell you on Wednesday, you go to your diary, right? On Wednesday and on Tuesday, call them prior to that, being proactive. Okay, because being proactive is very, very important in our business, and procrastination will mess you up, will mess up your business if you don't take it serious. Okay, procrastination can make deal with your business that you lose your prospect at the point they want to be able to sign up. So let's go to people who said I'm not interested, and they're just skeptical about the opportunity and skeptical about network marketing. What do you do in for these people? Now, for these people, what you simply do, sorry, for these people, what you simply do is don't argue with them. Okay, they say not interested. When they tell you not interested, just ask them why. Definitely, go beyond. It won't go beyond. You know, having issue with network marketing, maybe previous experience they had before and stuff like that. Okay. So what you simply do in essence is tell them, okay, no problem. Don't argue with them. Don't try to even convince them. Don't try to even sell the opportunity to them. What you tell them, say, okay, no problem. Thanks for your time. Would it be okay if I can share some information with you, some vital information with you along the way, and maybe within 3 months time or 6 months time, I can give you a call to know, how you're doing. I know maybe your interest level in this, or in helping us international, has increased, or maybe we're more open-minded to look at the opportunity. Okay, so this is what you tell them. Okay, this is what you tell the prospect, and they'll be like, okay, no problem. You can send me the information on WhatsApp whenever it comes up. Okay, so that you, in 3 months time or in 6 months time, you give them a call. As I speak to you now, I'm currently looking to get a 2017 diary so that I can put all the prospects I have, because I know I have up to close to 30 prospects. Okay, close to 30 prospects or 40 prospects, close to that amount, who I'm going to call from January. Okay, and most importantly is this: I found a way to keep in touch with them via, WhatsApp. Okay, so I use my blog content, to always get across to them on their WhatsApp. Always keep me in my mind, keep me in their mind, and always my name showing up on their WhatsApp. So these things is like planting seed in their subconscious, so that you don't turn into a stranger 3 months down the line. Okay, so let me just refresh the how to follow up. Now you're going to need a diary jotter, so that when you call someone, okay, first of all, evaluate their level of interest. That's number one in follow up. Okay, when they've seen the opportunity, whether they saw it at a seminar or they saw it through YouTube, whatever medium you use, okay, make sure you call them that same day or within 24 hours. Very important, when it's still fresh in their mind, so that when you when you now call them, first of all, ask them what is your interest level, because the interest level gives you a hint on how serious these people really are. Okay, so that you don't waste your time going after someone who um, who is not serious, or somebody who is skeptical about the opportunity and wasting time, because time, my friends, time is very vital to what you do. And I don't spend time and energy. Anytime I spend time and energy on someone and it still happens they are not interested, I beat up myself. Why? Because it's my duty to evaluate the prospect before I a solution offer them a solution as to how they can benefit from the opportunity. Okay? Though some people will still lie, some people will still not tell you the truth, but most importantly is what we do ourselves. I know people who are still telling me, okay, I'll do this. I'll still make it my duty to make sure that I follow up on them, because some of them might sign up just for them to settle you, which is good for you. That's $8 for you. Okay, once they sign up. So once you follow up properly, and those people who are lying to you see that you're not giving away, you're not giving up. Okay, they either get interested or just make the donation to settle you. Okay, they just settle you, make the donation, and tell you bye bye. They won't even do the business. Okay, so once you evaluate the person's interest, okay, the next thing you do is what's holding them back. When are they signing up? So there are people that are going to sign up immediately. Those people that will sign up not immediately will definitely give you an excuse. And most times it comes around three things, which is time, money, or they don't believe they can do it. So it's love up to you to offer values that will make them um, you know lead them to sign up. Okay? Lead them to sign up. Now, when somebody tells you next week, what do you do? Do you just fold your hands and not get in touch with them to that period? I've tried a couple of times. Most times, I miss the prospect signing up by seconds, hours, or maybe a day. Why? Because one happened to me that the prospect was supposed to sign up that day, okay, when she was supposed to be paid. But what happened is that they paid them earlier and she had to go use it to buy some new clothes and start snapping pictures and putting it on Facebook. Okay? Now, I beat up myself because I'm supposed to be proactive. She gave me a date. I'm supposed to be the one to call her before that date. Okay? So when a prospect gives you Wednesday, call the prospect on Tuesday. When the prospect gives you Friday, call the prospect on Thursday. Some of the prospects might not even give you time because they're not sure of when their cash flow will be okay, or maybe they already have a project before you call. So what you do is this: okay, will it be? What you do in essence is this. What I do is that I ask them, okay, will it be okay if I call you next week by Friday or next week by Wednesday? And I normally like using Wednesday. Next week by Wednesday, if you're not sure yet, or maybe you're not sure when you're going to make payment or make the donation. Okay, so what it does for me in essence is this: it makes me, um, you know, put them in a time frame that will enable me to, get back to them and know if anything has happened or anything has changed in their life. Okay, so when a prospect didn't give you a specific time, choose a more shorter time. Okay, and most cases, when I tell them, I give them a 3 to 4 days window. For example, today is I'm doing this recording today that is Thursday, and I have a prospect that says, I don't know, I'll call you back. I'll be like, okay, from the level of interest, I'll be like, okay, what if I call you? Would it be okay if I call you on Monday? Okay, to know maybe if anything will happen or maybe if you sign up, and they'll say they will call you. Okay, so when they don't call me um, before Monday, I'll call them on Monday. And most times they will even choose a time for me because one of the prospects I had, when I asked them, okay, I'll call you on Monday. What they told me, sorry, what they told me was that okay? No, I should call them by Wednesday or by Thursday. So automatically they have already set the appointment for me. So it's always very important you get the prospect to set the appointment. Okay, get the prospect to set the appointment. Ask them when will be okay for me to call you next week. When will you be signing up this thing? Next week. Okay, since you're not giving me an exact day, what if I wait for you, give you some days, and maybe if I don't hear from you between now and then, I give you a call. So automatically, it gives you time to go and focus on other prospects because I've seen people following up on just one person month after month, which is very, very wrong. Following up on the person month after month. Come on, who does that? You're spending time on one prospect, you're not even increasing your chances or you're increasing your odds so that probability will work in your favor. Okay? So it's very important we use our diaries very well. I wish I was well settled so that I can be able to now show you my diary, my jotter, how I do my own write-ups on my diary, so to enable me follow up on the prospect, even but to follow up on the prospect on your prospects who have seen your opportunity. So it's very important. So for those who say not interested, okay, make sure you don't waste your time with these guys. Just give them a 3 months to 6 weeks, 6 months window, and always find a way to keep in touch with them. I use my blog. I share my blog link to people anytime I post content. So that way, I'm always in the mind of my prospect. Okay. So I hope this adds value to you. Okay, I know I'm still going to redo this and take my time to really redo this, but at least let me give you an insight into what I do that have made me like a recruiting machine. That I always have tons of people. I always have tons of people to follow up on, and people who are going to sign up, even up to next year. Okay, so it's very, very important that we understand follow up. Follow up is not about presenting the opportunity again, it's not about convincing the prospect, it's by simply asking questions, evaluating the prospect, um, getting to know what challenge they have, and fixing and setting the appointment with them. Okay, and having an understanding that hey, things might go wrong, so it's best you be proactive rather than be late. So I want to thank you guys for listening. Okay, I want to thank you for listening, and I urge you to subscribe to my channel because for more trainings, I'm working on a book. Okay, step-to-step guide on how to build your helping hands business. Okay, I'll have in the book you're going to see a lot of things that I've shared with you guys, and most importantly, the words to use or words to type or what to use, you know, what to say or the concept of what to say when you have a prospect or when you're prospecting or when you're following up or when you're presenting. Okay, because this makes it easy for you to get a new person started because most of the challenges we are having as partners is that we are not very well trained. We didn't go to school for this, and most times we don't have uplines who can give us the how to's. All they tell us is get people to seminar. All they tell us is sign up someone. They tell you the generics, but not specific. They don't even give you the words they use themselves. Some use Boost. You may not be able to afford Boost. So what I'm giving you is something that I use. I haven't spent money on Boost. I haven't done any money. I haven't spent money on any advert to run the business. Okay, I've tried out some blog links, creating a blog link that will get people to give you their phone number, like an attraction marketing thing. It's not really working out the way it should when you leverage building relationships with your prospect. So I've built good relationship with people that I'm following up through follow up, and I get to know what they do. They get to know me. I get to know them. We become friends, and some of them have signed up. Okay, some of them have signed up to the opportunity, and some of them are will Only that maybe have one challenge, either money wise or family wise or stuff like that. But the most important thing you should know is this: never stop prospecting. Never ever stop prospecting. Always make sure you fill up your sales funnel so that you always have people to sign up. You always have people to follow up. Remember, prospecting makes the money, because if you don't get people if you don't build relationship and get exchange numbers with people, you won't be able to have people who will now look at the opportunity. And if you don't have people who look at the opportunity, definitely you won't have people who you will follow up on. So they say prospecting makes the money, but follow up guarantees the money. That's why you have to be very proactive when it comes to follow up. So I want to thank you for listening once again, and I urge you to subscribe to my channel, invite your team members for this training, invite them to subscribe to this channel. I will be doing a recap of this presentation next week. Okay, next week by middle of the week, I'll be doing a recap of this presentation so that most of you who normally like the presentation slide that I use will be able to have a guide in terms of how to do business. So how to do their business, and most importantly, I have a book coming up that I will be releasing once I'm done with converting it to an ebook and physical book for Helping Hands International, so that it will help you succeed in your business, and you can hand it over to anybody who signs up to be a help partner. Okay, so thank you once again for listening. Subscribe to my channel. I love you guys. God bless. Bye for now.